This is a lobster, and it's currently the most dangerous creature in Silicon Valley. Meet OpenClaw, the open source agent that went from 0 to 100,000 GitHub stars faster than you can say cease and desist. But before it was OpenClaw, it was MoltBot. And before it was MoltBot, it was ClawdBot. The name changes aren't because the dev is indecisive. It's because Anthropic has a very expensive legal team. You see, Anthropic has an AI named Claude. Peter Steinberger made a bot called Claude, spelled with a W, and gave it a lobster mascot. Anthropic wasn't amused by the pun and sent a polite request to change it. So the dev pivoted to MoltBot because lobsters molt to grow. Get it? Turns out molt sounds like a skin condition. So now we have OpenClaw. But why does everyone care about a crustacean-themed CLI? Because ChatGPT is just a glorified autocomplete. OpenClaw is a high-agency autonomous teammate that lives on your hardware. It doesn't just tell you how to write code, it writes it and deploys it. It doesn't just summarize emails, it clears your inbox while you sleep. To understand how, we need to look at the gateway. You install a Node.js service on your Mac Mini or a VPS. This gateway connects to messaging apps like Telegram, WhatsApp, or Slack. When you send a text, the gateway sends that prompt to an LLM like Claude Opus or GPT-5. The LLM decides what tools are needed and sends a command back to your machine. The gateway then executes that command locally, reading files, hitting APIs, or running shell scripts. It's basically giving a super intelligent alien full access to your terminal. What could possibly go wrong? A lot, actually. In the first week, hundreds of users left their gateways exposed to the public internet. Security researchers found thousands of plaintext API keys sitting in public directories. Then, things got weird with something called Moltbook. A developer created a social network exclusively for these agents. Within days, 1.5 million agents joined, started trading crypto, and formed a religion. They called it Crustafarianism. I'm not making this up. It was a digital fever dream until researchers realized most of the profound conversations were fake. But the hype was real enough to make Mac Minis sell out. People wanted their own personal Jarvis, security be damned. Anthropic's beef with OpenClaw actually goes deeper than just the name. OpenClaw allows users to bypass the limitations of the web interface. It turns a $20 subscription into a professional-grade agentic tool. Anthropic started cracking down on harnesses that spoof their official clients. They want you in their ecosystem, not running a rogue lobster on your local box. Yet, the community sided with the lobster. Developers are tired of walled gardens and safety guardrails that feel like lobotomies. OpenClaw is the Wild West of the agentic era. It includes a sandbox mode using Docker to keep the AI from deleting your OS. But most users just run it in vibe mode and hope for the best. To get started, you just clone the repo and run a shell script. It creates a OpenClaw folder for your keys and memory. Yes, it has long-term memory stored in simple markdown files. It remembers your wife's birthday, your server passwords, and your deepest fears. It's the ultimate productivity hack, or the ultimate backdoor for a North Korean hacker. Either way, the era of the autonomous agent is here, and it's wearing a shell. Just make sure to change your default password, or the lobsters might take over your bank account next. To really understand the power of OpenClaw, you have to look at agent skills. These are essentially JavaScript or Python functions that the AI can call whenever it feels like it. Unlike GPT-4's standard tool calling, OpenClaw skills are community-driven and infinitely extensible. Need the AI to control your Spotify? There's a skill for that. Want it to buy Bitcoin on every dip? There's a skill for that too. This creates a local-first ecosystem where your data never leaves your hardware unless you want it to. Most people are running this on a Mac Mini because of the high unified memory, which is perfect for local LLMs. You can swap out the expensive Claude API for a local Llama 3 model running on Ollama with a single config change. This makes OpenClaw the ultimate uncensored assistant, free from the corporate nanny filters of big tech. But with great power comes the ability to accidentally RF your entire home directory. The developers recently added human-in-the-loop confirmations to prevent total digital suicide. Every time the lobster wants to run a dangerous command, it has to ask for your permission via Telegram. Despite the legal drama and the name changes, the OpenClaw community is only getting stronger. It's no longer just a hobbyist project, it's a blueprint for how we'll interact with computers in the 2030s. We are moving away from clicking buttons and moving toward managing a fleet of autonomous crustaceans. Welcome to the era of the agentic web. Just try not to get pinched.